Are you an XRP owner? Considering being an XRP owner? If you fall into either of those two camps, we've got a video for you with some really, really good information to give you some clarity, some visibility into why XRP matters and actually 5 reasons it does. And I bet you 1 or 2 of them not really on your radar. Okay, so we're going to jump into that here in just a minute. If you're new to me, my name's Austin. I cover crypto. I cover XRP every single day with 2 goals: to help you make more money and help keep you better informed. Okay, so with that, stay to the end because I've got something to share with you. How'd you like to see every time I buy and sell any crypto? How'd you like to follow along with a really great little new cool thing that I started doing? So I'll share that with you towards the end. This is nothing you've ever seen, and I don't think anybody else really in the crypto space is doing this. So this is something completely unique I'm doing for you guys, my subscribers. Okay, so like I said, we're going to jump into this 5 key reasons why XRP matters here in just a minute. But let's just real quickly do a State of the Union. XRP continues to have a little bit of bearish pressure on it, as well as the entire market. You can see here on the left where my mouse is. Market cap is $4.120 trillion, down 1.5%. We got Bitcoin down 1%, Ethereum down 3%, XRP down 2.5%. Everything you can see across the board is red. It is one of those days. Fear and Greed Index is actually where I really like it. I do like it in the neutral category. I like kind of like right there, in my opinion, is kind of the sweet spot. Maybe up in, maybe one notch over into that light green. But I like being neutral. I don't like being over here in the really, really over in the green, because that means we're overbought and we will start to see corrections and things of that nature. Okay, so why XRP matters. 5 key factors driving its value, and 5 key factors as to why XRP matters and why XRP is going to be worth more tomorrow versus today. Now, by tomorrow, I mean a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years from now. Okay, you gotta not look at just what's going to happen tomorrow. Look at the value that's being created. Look at the 5, these factors, and one of them, or 2 of them, or 3 of them, you may not even be aware of. Okay, so we're going to jump down here. They are. So again, number 1, cross-border payments and remittance efficiency. Look, Ripple is in the business of moving money across international borders, and they do that better, faster, cheaper than anybody else. All right. So this helps eliminate pre-funding, reduce settlement time, cut costs by acting as a bridge currency. XRP is at the heart of Ripple's money transfer system. And if you want to pause the video and we'll look at a couple of examples of it in real life working, it's right here, examples. And there's 4 of them right there. All right. So moving on, because I want to keep this video very short. This one, quite honestly, was not really on my radar, just to be completely honest with you. Loyalty and travel program integration. I thought this one was interesting. So XRP is increasingly going to be used outside of financial institutions. That's where obviously its wheelhouse is, in the financial institution marketplace, banks, brokerages, things of that nature, right? So, but it's starting to pick up speed in loyalty and travel and consumer services. This builds everyday utility for millions of users. Look at this. WeTour has established a $300 million XRP treasury to support blockchain-powered travel vouchers, loyalty points, settlement infrastructure. Over 60 million loyalty members will be able to use XRP for overseas services like the airport transfers, premium rides, and travel experience. And then also, SBI VC Trade Japan enables customers to earn XRP rewards through loyalty campaigns, expanding its use beyond trading. Again, just a couple of examples. So this one was interesting. This one was not on my radar. Drop in the comments. Was this one on your radar? Did you know that XRP was starting to gain traction in the loyalty travel program rewards sector? I was not. Okay, moving on. Institutional, number 3, institutional adoption and treasury use. So institutions are starting to treat XRP as a serious operational and treasury asset, adding credibility and demand, signaling growing trust in its long-term stability. So what we're talking about here is institutions, number 1, adopting Ripple's technology, number 1. Number 2, but institutions starting to believe in the value of the XRP asset as an asset, an investment vehicle. It's already picking up speed. There's already institutions that own it. There's going to be more and more as we go along. Okay. And here is an example. Again, some examples of institutions that are using it. Bank of America has already started. They have used XRP and Ripple system. I think they're personally testing it again. There's been no major announcements on that, but yeah, there's some other ones right here for you can check out. So number 4, again, why XRP and Ripple is creating value and long-term utility for us as its holders. XRPL offers speed, scalability, innovation, the ledger, and keep tracking use cases from cross-border payments, stablecoin issues, tokenizing assets, and even decentralized finance. Again, so the XRP ledger, technological features, upgrades, all those kind of things, it's becoming more and more a thing. Obviously, it is crucial as a centerpiece of the Ripple ecosystem for the financial marketplace. And again, here's some examples right here of kind of some things that are very key as far as the technology. One of the ones we talked about before is transaction speed. It'll settle in 3 to 5 seconds compared to Bitcoin's 10 minutes or Swift's 2 to 5 days. This one is one that I've talked about at length. This is one of the key features as to why I think that Ripple and their technology will ultimately replace a certain amount of the Swift ACH transfer system that underpins the majority of the financial industry in this world, a multi-trillion-dollar space. Okay, so you can look at some other examples right there. All right, so regulatory clarity and network effects. This really is talking about the fact that the SEC's dropped their lawsuit. We're getting even more regulatory clarity into crypto in general and all that kind of stuff. So the long-term value is tied to adoption, but how regulators are starting to, I think now that the lawsuit is behind us, regulators are no longer on our trail, if you will, or trying to create bogus cases or anything like that. So all that is good stuff that I think ultimately that will help us move along. Network growth in numbers. This is talking about some of the growth in like XRP wallets. How many SBI groups, crypto exchanges, things of this nature, SBI holdings, so forth and so on. Just again, some network growth numbers if you wanted to kind of pause the video and kind of jump in on that. So again, I just wanted to kind of give you some of these. Okay, so I promise you something that I'm doing is pretty cool. So I've started this. This is a brand new members system that I've started. It's called Inner Circle. There's a link in the description below right there. It will say Inner Circle. And it's right here on this. It's a $27 a month level. It's 90 cents a day. Here's what you get. You get to see my full portfolio. You get notified of any buy and sell alerts. Anytime I buy or I sell any crypto, you're going to get notified first as I'm buying them or selling them so that you can jump on board or so if you so please. There's a private investment community. It's a Discord community as well as a private community inside of Patreon, which is where this membership system is housed. Patreon is the one that's been around forever. Everybody likes it, trusts it. It's easy to work with, all that kind of stuff. And this is what I'm really excited about. You're going to watch me build a crypto portfolio. I'm calling it the $100 weekly portfolio challenge. And what it is that every single week I'm going to buy $100 worth of crypto. This week I bought 3 of them, and my members saw exactly what I bought. They see the price points, and we're going to track this portfolio. And here's the cool thing. You can buy and sell alongside the portfolio. All right. And I'm going to give you reasons as to why I'm buying an asset or why I'm selling or whatever, if it's a long-term hold or whatever it may be. But the cool thing, and the reason I did this at the $100 a week level, so $100 every week I'm going to be buying these cryptos, is that everybody pretty much can afford maybe $100 a week to put into crypto for the most part. And I kept it at that number on purpose so that you could be involved and you could challenge yourself and you could get more money and you could have maybe some guidance and just be part of this community. Because remember, you're surrounded by a community of my staff, myself. You can message me on Patreon. You can message me on Discord, inside the Discord area. All that kind of stuff. So you can get access to me, ask me questions, and all that kind of cool stuff, all for 90 cents a day. And by the way, there's a 30-day no questions asked cancellation refund policy. So if you don't want it, if you don't like it, you can get a refund inside the 30 days easy. So it's free in essence for you to try. So give it a look. Look, links in the description below. If you're watching this on X, links below this video. It's something I just started. So it's just getting off the ground. So you're getting in on the ground floor. All right, I'll see you. Have a good one.